Think about the last time you were truly angry, not mildly annoyed. Truly angry, that feeling of heat rising in your chest, the thoughts coming fast and sharp. And underneath it all, a quiet sense that you were right, that you had every reason to feel this way. Here's the thing about anger. It almost always feels justified. That's not a coincidence. That's by design. And tonight before you sleep, we're going to look at what anger really is, what it costs you, and what a monk sitting under a tree 2,500 years ago understood about it that took science centuries to confirm. The Buddha used a word, dosa. It's one of 3 root causes of suffering in Buddhist teaching. Dosa means aversion, ill will, the urge to push away, destroy, or punish what threatens us. And the Buddha described it with a striking image. He said holding on to anger is like picking up a hot coal to throw at someone. You are the one who gets burned, not them. You, the person you are angry at, may be sound asleep right now, living their life, while the heat lives in your chest. There's a story in the Pali Canon about a man named Akosaka. He was a Brahmin, wealthy, proud, and furious at the Buddha. He marched up and unleashed a storm of insults. Every name, every accusation. He gave everything he had. The Buddha listened calmly, then asked one question. If you prepared a meal for a guest, and the guest refused to eat it, who does the meal belong to? Akosaka said, to me, of course. The Buddha nodded. Then I refuse your anger. It belongs to you. Akosaka stood there, speechless, because the Buddha hadn't even flinched. Modern neuroscience explains why anger feels so convincing. When the brain detects a threat, real or perceived, the amygdala fires before the rational mind even wakes up. Within milliseconds, you are already angry. Psychologist Paul Ekman calls this the refractory period, a window of time, seconds to minutes, where your brain literally cannot process information that contradicts your anger. Facts that prove you wrong, you won't see them. The other person's pain, you won't feel it. During the refractory period, anger is the only truth available to you. This is why anger always feels justified. Your brain, in that moment, is designed to make it feel that way. There's a teaching the Buddha gave that psychology rediscovered only in recent decades. He called it the second arrow. The first arrow is what happens to you, the insult, the betrayal, the loss. You don't control that. The second arrow is what you do next. The replaying, the rehearsing, the imaginary arguments you win at 2 a.m., the story you keep feeding until it takes over. The first arrow causes pain. The second arrow, the one you fire yourself, causes suffering. Psychologists call this rumination on anger. Research shows it doesn't release anger, it amplifies it. Every replay makes the wound feel fresher. You were hurt once, but every time you replay it, you hurt yourself again. Here's what anger is usually hiding. Research by psychologist Robert Plutchik found that anger is rarely a primary emotion. Beneath almost every anger is something softer: fear, hurt, shame, or grief. The Buddha pointed to this through patigha, resistance or aversion. We feel threatened, vulnerable, unseen, and rather than stay with that fragile feeling, anger rises up to protect it. Anger is armor. It feels powerful, righteous, in control, because the feeling underneath it feels like the opposite of all those things. Next time you feel anger rise, just ask quietly, what is this protecting? So what do you do with anger right now, tonight? The Buddha never said, don't feel anger. He said, don't be consumed by it. There's a difference between anger arising, which is natural, and building a home inside it, decorating it, living there permanently. The practice is simple, not easy, simple. When you notice anger in your body, the heat, the tension, the jaw tightening, don't fight it, don't judge it. Just name it. Anger is here. That small act of naming shifts activity from the amygdala to the prefrontal cortex. You are, literally, calming your own brain with a single phrase. Let's try something before you sleep. Think of something that's been frustrating you lately. A situation, a person, a thing that didn't go the way you wanted. Now place your hand on your chest and ask yourself honestly, underneath the frustration, what's actually there? Is there fear? Is there sadness? Is there a version of you that just wanted to be heard? Stay with whatever you find. Don't fix it, just see it. Sometimes being seen even by yourself is the first thing that makes anger soften. The Buddha was not a man without emotion. He watched people suffer. He saw injustice. He lost people he loved, but he had trained himself to feel without being swept away. That training is available to all of us. Not to become cold, but to become steady, like a deep river. The surface may ripple in the wind, but the depths remain still. Tonight, you don't have to resolve anything. You don't have to forgive anyone. You don't have to win any argument. You just have to rest and let the coal slowly cool. Anger visited you today, maybe more than once. That's okay. It visits everyone, but you are not your anger. You are the one who noticed it, the one who is still here breathing, choosing to rest. Tomorrow is another chance. For now, let the night be quiet. Let your chest unclench. Let the heat dissolve into the dark. Sleep well. You've carried enough for one day. Good night.